Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's 8th live of our Christmas top 12 tips for selling your home. So that's my phone. And I'm hoping you can't hear the rain because I'm just next to the conservatory and it is pouring it down. So I'm hoping you won't pick that up. So what I'll be talking about today is really why you need to ensure that when it comes to selling, you want to instruct an agent who uses video. And with that, we mean video tours as well in their listings marketing. But before I get carried away, again, if you've just joined us, welcome. If you know anybody who might be interested in this advice series or even this session about video, please tag them in the session. Just pop their names in below. They'll get a notification and they can join us and hopefully come with their questions as well. Or if you know a few people within your social media network, please give us a share and give it a like. And obviously, if there's any questions throughout the session, just drop them in the comments section below. I'll keep an eye out for those and I'll answer them at the end. If you're watching this a little bit later, you can still comment and I'll get a notification to answer your questions. It's for everyone's benefit as well. Super. So what is so important about video in the property industry, in real estate? It's been really successful. It's been highly successful, actually, in the way of showcasing a property from a point of view of everything that home or that property has to offer. And video can really display or be directed in such a way that it shows a lifestyle or feel that comes with that property. And not just that, it's actually, video is really engaging. So from the vendor's point of view, you want to know that your property is actually really engaging to its audience. And because of that, it allows the agency to really get into showing the finer details of the property. And these are elements which, now photography is key. Photography is so important. Don't want to take that away from it. But there are elements that video can do, but photography can't always show with the same effect. And it's also a viewpoint of someone moving around the property. And through that, it gives the potential buyer an idea of what that property feels like when they're walking around before they even book their viewing, which is fantastic. And it's proving, like you say, to be very interactive. It's so engaging. It helps your property stand out, is the main thing. It helps your property stand out from listings on the portals and even on social media as well. And to add to that, video is convenient. For viewers on the other side, it assists in narrowing down what to view, what's worth viewing, as a property hunter. And you've got so many busy individuals who don't want to waste their time viewing a property that turns out not to be suitable. So yeah, the idea of video is to really stand out from the crowd, to stand out from those listings on Rightmove and on social media, and to grab the attention of that targeted potential buyer. As well as that, you know that with the agent who's marketing the property using video, they know how to ensure that their listings stand out and are presented in its best possible light. And they're innovative, they're creative, they're thinking of how to make your property look as good as possible to grab the right attention of the right audience through video. So what we do here at Rochills is we try and make sure that the look and the feel of the home comes across in the video tour. Details are so important to potential buyers, and it gives them the impression that they really get a virtual experience of that property before they view in person. And yeah, that's ultimately the goal when marketing a property, to grab the attention of the potential buyer with an immediate positive impression on your home, and for buyers to pick up the phone, and for you as a client to know that you're going to sell as quickly as possible at the best price to a buyer who's fallen in love with your home. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Again, nice and brief. It's a fairly new subject. I don't think it's used as often as it perhaps should in real estate or in the property industry at the moment, especially with, like I discussed yesterday, with the effects of social media. Video is something that I think a lot of agents really need to sort of start implementing in their marketing strategy, which we've, as I said, we've done for looking at 1.5 to 2 years. Video does more than you realize, and it's about being different within the list of properties that property hunters see day in and day out. So make sure you instruct an agent who is implementing that within their marketing strategy. So yes, as I said, I hope you found this useful. If you do want more free property advice, if this is the first time you're joining us, there is a group on Facebook called the Walton Property Community Group. There is loads of content in there, and you could be anyone. You could be an investor thinking of becoming a landlord or thinking of selling. There's a lot of advice videos in there. So head over to the Walton Property Community Group and hit join. Or you can head over to the free advice section on our website. That's rochills.co.uk/free help and advice. And in there as well, you've got advice for tenants, buyers, anyone within the property industry. Anything that you might need advice on is there. And if it isn't, we do like to hear your questions. Pop them in the Walton Thames Property Community Group. We look out for those. And if there isn't content on there already, it just gives me more to talk to you about and more to guide you all on as well. Equally, if you're on the market at the moment and perhaps you want some more one-to-one advice, we are impartial. You can give us a call. The office is 01932 22 21 20. You can speak to one of the consultants, or you can direct message me as well. It's not a problem. But yeah, so please be sure to, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, give it a like or share it with your network as well. And yeah, anything to do with property, if you want to keep on top of the local property market trends in Walton-on-Thames, head over to the Walton Property Community Group. We actually have a countdown, a really awesome countdown at the moment of the 30 most saleable roads in Walton-on-Thames, which it's actually really interesting, and I think number 29 will be going up the next 24 hours or so. So be sure to look out for those. Maybe you'll see your street, you'll see how that's been performing. But yes, we've got the top 30 most saleable roads in Walton-on-Thames. So keep an eye out for those and look out for your road. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow for the roundup of this week's top tips. But yeah, please come through with your questions. Tomorrow will likely be a midday, sort of a lunchtime session for you all. Whilst you're on your lunch, you can join us. And yeah, I'll hopefully be speaking to one of my colleagues as I'll just bring them in on the session for their point of view. But I'll see you tomorrow at lunchtime. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me.